Daevanam Daevo Yasna was influenced by the devil's hymns in Ashemaogha by Dastur Adam Daniels. You'll find my interview of him elsewhere on this channel. I consulted Joseph H. Peterson, Kenneth Sylvan Guthrie, and who was the other dictionary maker that I consulted their work. I also consulted different translations of the Avesta Gathas and comments on such. The Yasnas in whole, not all the Yasnas are the Gathas, but there are 72 parts here, and you can consider them as colophons for what's in this work. Zero. I do decree that the 10 precepts of Azidahaka and 13 Ahramani steps are a tradition to bring people past what is thought of traditional Satanism. In alliance with Asham, Zauri, Ta'urvi, Sa'urva, Na'an Ha'ithya, Indar, Akamana, Ganag Manag, and Engra Ma'inne'u, I welcome the presences and bring the principles out of me. By the hymns of worship, we are guarded by the correspondences between the spiritual and physicality. The offering to the unconscious is known by what we embody. It is completed by the further guidance towards a life beyond contrition. With the 45, we raise our self-defense. With the 27, we lead the celebrants in circumstantial offense. Degrees of believing and doing vary. Each will know what is truly favored and what will be the worldly and otherworldly consequences. 1. Blasphemy and the forbidden takes us like creeping death, and the evil steed that carries you. 2. An ecstasy is the consecration of the quarters by the mentality and the thought forms from the actions of you. 3. By the altered bodily conditions, waters from before and behind, through your methodology and substances, take you to your new stations. 4. They disobey in their eating, drinking, and worshiping. Suarva, Akamana, Jahi, Zaras, Astwahad, Agne, Chanamasta, Nanchat, Melektaus, Angra Ma'enyu, and the Dark Masters of Nasula. Forgetting God, have left behind a theology of freedom. 5. By fire and earth, in mind and matter, the devil breaks down the righteous associations. 6. Decaying mentality looks at the latter and reacts in harshness as the agents of evil. We will not deny our body nor our emotions. 7. Drugs and methodologies imbibe each sorcerer's substance and place with the pleasure and experience of the seasons. 8. Who will take the mark I will embody the beliefs, and I choose and turn in ferociousness into whom earns favor and admiration. 9. The spirits of the plants come at all hours, mightily influencing the consciousness and driving inspiration. 10. The duality causing and descending from heaven with entities bringing what is called the healing of damnation. 11. The prideful, not so thrifty, and unpredictable ways come with intoxication. 12. Ahramanists are full of curses. Paerikanamacham and are chosen as guardian entities. From spiritual commandments is claimed freedom. Evil thoughts, evil words, and evil deeds are the method of collusion. Angrama in U, and the infernal continues to bestow their revelation. Ahramanists live a lie. A life called a lie by religion. The Daevanam consciously lives what is destined in the priesthood of the dragon that is stinging. Ahramanists connect and mold their identity with the art of projection. It is this system causing the most dark and negative deeds, evil and repulsion. 13. The Davo Datum of the homes of people and animals, localities, regions, and the feminine are brought by singing into every violation. 14. Infernal ecstasy is exalted by the presence of those with respite, the infernal nation. 15. This is the ideology of repulsion. Surarva, Akamana, Jahi, Zares, Astwahad, Agni, Chinnamasta, Nanshaat, Malaktaus, and Angra Mainyu are presenced with wrath upon the menstrual pot of their chosen. 16. Evil thoughts, words, and deeds are not random, but principled and purposed in a purposed sorcerer and unconditional villain. 17. The Yatavo, Evriatus, and the Dragvantam in general build up and open their vistas to the evil mountain. 18. Immortality, like the rejected creatures, is what they want to feel. 19. Destruction, particularly claimed for them personally, leads from this world to the psychic, to hell, as if the created order is the actual corruption. 20. Satisfaction to the Yatuma Inne, whose deeds are free from aimless tyranny and is full of enriching and mystic invocation. 21. The sacrificers understand how the starry female beings are paired with the male levels to answer those who accept damnation. 22. Softening, resurrection, joining, departing, preservation, gushing forth, and thinning form a poisoned alchemy known in the parts of the world, celestial bodies, month, and season. 23. Gradually, we are approaching the entities most suitable to our communion upon the legends that bring the overwhelming. 24. Worshipping with plants, in spirit, and with weapons, are invoking and evoking are not bound by conservative views of religion. 25. Freeing from reliance on intercession, we witness the incanting and see ourselves as not bound by sin. 26. Evoking as we invoke, we know what evil is and what infernal entities are philosophizing in regards to renovation. 27. Lusting for what we will, the evil mind, with discontent, takes a central place in an individual's corruption. 28. Living upon a certain kind of thought, word, and deed that overcomes our enemies, we ever see death as a type of liberation. 29. Oppressing the serpent word, the devil calls his own prophets towards the worst of creation, so which spiritual forces have become your guardians. 30. Worshipping infernal prescriptions, the evil magician becomes as the serpents who manifested in Pakistan and unto hell are enlightening. 31. Intending of everything external, direct all outsiders towards choices that lead to conversion. 32. Favoring destruction, poison, oppression, and the devil, the pseudo-righteous have used the references to enslave for their personal kingdom. 33. Tipping the scales, there is ever a breaking free from repression, but wouldn't you rather turn your desiring under your dominion? 34. Healing, acquiring, and enjoying, cling to the entities of dignation. 35. Anguishing in duality, we are the instrumentation of its manifestation, its manifesting. 36. Approaching one side wholly, the reality of stinking body is what we are acknowledging. 37. Worshipping is of the really living by ideology that is still spiritually imbibing. 38. Thinking the means for ecstasy, this world of duality is for our fulfilling. 39. Moving in darkness and the community, the snake is arising. 40. Reacting with wisdom, not all spirituality works with the dove of blamelessness descending. 41. Reciting is not of all the methods of the kingdom, but with what we can, we are sacrificing. 42. Evoking of water, blood, ground, beasts, and fire brings the drugged experiences that are to the righteous ever repulsing. 43. Establishing in representatives for whom some now know as Belial, Lucifer, Mammon, Azazel, Abaddon, Lucifuge, Raphael, Baal, Sebub, Baal, Asmodeus, and Satan is how their path gives into what they're desiring. '44. Contemplated concern about what makes a person of the company of the Daum, the Yatumant finds dominion beyond rebelling. Agreeing is not so necessary among the Yatuma'etim, but through the guardians, each Yatuma'ete is identifying as a god or goddess. 46. More than just for fortune-telling, the sorcerer's arts prepare the Yatuvantam and their acquiring companions ready themselves to escape from the bridge of the culling. 47. Be it by cremation or not, indulgence of prior desire and the places of death can be comforting. 48. Destiny is found for some by possession until the manifestation of recompensing. 49. Opposition by the propagandists and those who twist their words is failing, but the real liberation is from false company. 50. Help comes from where you don't expect and what others call the way to perdition. 51. By our own power of which we can't quite reflect, belief becomes knowledge and action. 52. The dark quarter of the year reaffirms the promise to those anguishing in creation. 53. The most severe possession is by initiation and union that establishes who really faces pollution. 54. They have more than drawn near to the ancient infernal productions. 55. In life beyond mere letters, it has become clear, but there is still surprises in recitation. 56. They embrace their emotions, behaviors, and the dark masters who presenced like they are incarnations. 57. The weapons, the weaving of identity, the poison and formulation of 9 is for victory and propitiation. 58. Introductions aren't completed yet. Firm and resolved beyond artificially imposed morality shall be your ordination or corruption. 59. Devotions are all sacrifices, if they are most triumphant, and those to the dark masters seal corruption. 60. Liberation of the snakes and sun connects the mind like a never-fleeing menstruation. 61. Possession is beyond heaven and hell, displacing righteousness and God consciousness. 62. Rejection is accepted by the infernal and forwards their own type of progress. 63. Retaliation of Meliktaos brings thousands with them for the victory of darkness. 64. Revelations open the black hole that is the mentality of true villainy. 65. Women and men empower the souls in ways that direct more than beastly. 66. Intoxication brings together the demons in the festivals that are weekly or yearly. 67. Vexation is left behind in the vigorous pursuit of ideology that sets hell apart from safety. 68. Exception of the company comes prepared like waters for the physical glory. 69. Devotion to evil is a corrupter towards to a new but primal psychology. 70. Separation and a blender forwards the speech of the devotee. 71. Appreciation is for the presence of the counter creation, beyond the final ecstasy. 72. Degradation has produced the monsters that have become one with the cause of Angram. Angraman u ganagmanang akamana endar na anha ethya Saurva Taurve Saure and Ashma from henceforth until and beyond the return. So I have edited in the middle of this, and I don't, but we see there's, you know, quite some bit with this. And if you want to say their Devil's Yasna, it might take 2.5 hours like the original. Oh, well, maybe not the original, but definitely the Yasna that we have. I mean, that Zoroastrianism has. Mazda Yasna has, Zarathustra, you know, I know the real name, but the priests have definitely altered and composed their religion. But I'm feeling like one of those drawings with like these points in the face and the front of the body, kind of like spots, worn spots, particularly the face, this pleasant flowing that built up as I said this. And perhaps if I wasn't sick and editing in the middle of it, could have done better, but I will try to share my thoughts on more of this as time goes on. Perhaps, probably more Sunday programs.